So if I'm personally full of shame and guilt because I haven't learned to embody a new concept and I'm judging myself, of course people in my 3D are going to do the same thing because we create our own reality through our thoughts. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm April. Hi, it's April. I make content about spirituality, personal development, self-development, everything mystical. So we are about 20 days away from 2024, and I've been sitting in a lot of reflection around the topic of embodiment, the importance of embodiment. I am recording this video on 12/12. But yesterday on 12/11, there were 21 more days in the year 2023. So I decided to do something that I can do for 21 days so that by the time the new year comes, I will be in a new habit. And as I decided on that decision, I realized how much knowledge I've learned and gained over the course of my awakening, but things that I haven't embodied. And when I say that, I mean it's one thing to know something, it's another thing to actually implement it every single day. And I have been feeling a lot, I don't know if it's just me, let me know if it's you guys too, but I've been feeling a lot of shame around feeling undisciplined, and around feeling like I'll say I'll do something and then I don't complete it. Just the lack of accomplishment. It has been heavy on me, and this is something I want to release and talk about with you all today. So I've come to understand that what separates your old self from your new identity is the small little habits that you actually stick to, right? Your daily small habits is what's separating you from your highest self, or from your egoic mind that doesn't want to change and feels very comfortable feels very comfortable with the same daily routines, but it's not serving you anymore. The transition period from one identity to the other, it can be a lot. It can be a lot of shedding the old and trying to birth the new. This is where the triggers come in at. The triggers come up so you can heal them, so you can walk into that new identity. But the triggers come up so you can heal them and you can walk in that new identity. But for me, my triggers have been weighing down on me, and I become unconscious when I'm feeling frustrated, or I become unconscious when I feel triggered and angry. Falling back into that old identity, falling back into that old habit, not embodying anything that I've learned along the way. So now that you know better, that guilt and that shame has to come up, because it's like a knock on the door, like knock knock, hello, you know you're a goddess now, you know how to be a goddess now, but you're not doing what you know to do. This requires a lot of patience with yourself and compassion with yourself, because this is 28 years of programming that's being reprogrammed and being shredded and being cleansed. So to think that it's going to be an overnight, even a year, even 2 year success story, it's a bit unfair. It's a bit unfair to yourself. It's a bit unfair to myself to think that the shift is supposed to happen instantly. And sometimes the shift does happen instantly, and sometimes you go back into another state of consciousness again, and you go back to a higher state of consciousness. It's like it's a back and forth tug of war. It's not linear at all. But the key right now is for me to really be patient, because when I'm patient and I'm full of self-acceptance, and I can see myself for who I'm being and why I'm being that, then it gives me room to actually heal. Then it gives me room to actually show up for myself. The patience and the acceptance, it creates the gateway. The patience and the self-acceptance is what builds the bridge between the old habits and the new habits. So once you build that patience, the resistance is silenced. Now you can change from a place of love and not fear. Once you build that compassion, now you can up level in a energy of I'm afraid but I still support myself. So as of lately, I've been binge watching Mina Afron's content here on YouTube, the Universe Guru, and she's a feminine energy teacher, and she teach inner work to heal your feminine energy. And she spoke on a concept of embodiment and giving herself 18 months to do a new thing. And within those 18 months, allowing herself the grace and the compassion to consistently make mistakes and then try again, and then make mistakes and then try again. And then I sat and I realized that I never in my life gave myself room to make mistakes. Like, I never gave myself a grace period to make mistakes. And even though people around me may have seen the shift within me, and then I'll fall back into an unconscious state of mind and they'll call me out on it, I always got offended by the criticism instead of acknowledging that, yeah, I made a mistake. Like, I haven't embodied it yet. I'm still giving myself time. And instead of getting offended, I could have just sat back and realized that, okay, I'm still within this grace period where I really don't know how to do this. And truly being able to accept that it takes time to embody a new skill. Any new skill, any new habit, any new thought process. Instead of me just pretending like, yeah, I know I got it. Like, I figured it out. Instead of me just pretending that I have it all figured out, that I can just talk it, walk it like I talk it. Being able to accept that, hey, I'm still within my grace period. So yeah, I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna curse your ass out sometimes because that energy is still here. Like, it's not completely gone yet. Eventually I'm going to evolve to a place where I can react to a trigger with more love and compassion, but right now I'm still within that grace period. So yeah, and that will release the guilt and the shame. Like, of course I'll still be apologetic when I make mistakes, but guilt and shame does not allow you to grow. It doesn't. Guilt and shame keeps you stagnant. It keeps you stagnant. This is what I grew to learn. When I make a mistake and that guilt and shame comes up, my internal audience in my mind goes, girl, I knew you wasn't gonna do it, or I knew you couldn't stick to nothing you said you was gonna do. And it's just criticism, internal criticism, let alone from other people. I guess that makes sense now, because of course if it's in my own head, I'm gonna attract it in the 3D reality. So if I'm personally full of shame and guilt because I haven't learned to embody a new concept and I'm judging myself, of course people in my 3D are going to do the same thing, because we create our own reality through our thoughts. So if I'm in my head judging myself like, April, you're so undisciplined, you were supposed to do this, you were supposed to do that, and then my mate brings it up to me, how dare I snap at him for bringing up a issue where I'm in my own head beating myself up about. The moment I give myself grace to embody something, then the people around me will do the same. Like, this has been groundbreaking for me in this very moment. Ending 2023 with this new concept, I'm so grateful for Mina's content. Jesus. We absolutely have to be our biggest fans on this spiritual journey. We have to be rooting ourselves on every step of the way. Every mistake, we have to be like, wow, look at this, another opportunity to get it right. You have to stop seeing mistakes as failures. You have to stop seeing setbacks as failures. It's just a reroute. It's just a redirection. And I know it's so much easier said than done to truly believe this, but all things are working out for your good. Every single person in your journey is here to assist you. Even if they seem cruel, they're waking you up, they're poking you so you can step into your goddess energy. This is the truth. I've learned that I am a generator, and a generator has to do what they love in order to be free of frustration. A generator has to walk, their work has to be something they love to do, or less, or if not, then we'll tend to lash out at other people in every other area of our life simply because we're frustrated with the work that we're doing. So in my journey, I want to do YouTube full time, right? This is what I love to do. so much. It makes me so happy. Look, okay. So I know that in order to build the following, build the community, build the structure in this community, that my embodiment will determine that. So since I'm a generator, if I'm not walking on my true soul's path, I'm gonna be depressed. Like the well, even if you're not a generator, even if you do your human design and you find out whatever you are, like it doesn't matter. If you're not walking your soul purpose, this is when depression kicks in. Like, because you know better. You can feel it in your soul when you're not going the right direction. I am so excited to document these last weeks of 2023 because 2024 it's gonna be it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real because I feel the self-love growing and just the acknowledgement of the fact that I have time. Like I have time to embody these things so I can come here and help others and show them that listen, this healing journey is real and I got your back. I got your back. So, but it's up to me. Like I'm giving myself grace to do my shadow work. I'm giving myself grace to do my inner child healings, to do my cleansing rituals, to do my meditation. Like I'm a mom of 3. Right now I'm in a very busy season where the time for self-reflection and journaling and meditation is very limited. I get a few windows throughout the day to focus on myself. So 18 months seemed like more than enough time for me to evolve into my new identity. And I'm so grateful for this information. I'm so proud of myself for getting up out of the bed and getting in front of this camera when Lord knows it's been rough. My children have been sick. I've been sick. We've been healing up. And I just didn't want to make any more excuses. I don't have an excuse to make. I'm here. I'm comfortable. I'm with you all. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far into my video. And oh, I hope you like my new hair color. Like I got my hair colored. It's like, let's address the elephant in the room, right? This is my real hair. I got my hair colored. I just felt like I needed something different. I needed to pick me up. I needed to shift identities. I needed to quantum leap. No, I'm joking, but seriously, like I freaking love my hair color. I love it. Like now that I'm making this video and I'm looking at it and I'm like got this yellow on, I'm really feeling this hair color. Give me a thumbs up if you like this hair color too. But no, yeah, so with the ending of this year, I just want to practice a lot of silence, a lot of stillness, a lot of reading, and I didn't even realize that all of the reading and podcasts and all that stuff until Mina said that these things, you think you're spending time with yourself when you're consuming information, but you're really not. Like I thought I was spending time with myself, but in silence, in your own thoughts, that's really one-on-one time. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this year, in between parenting, in between making content. But if you made it this far on my video, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you share with someone who you feel may like it. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Okay, pause for the cause. I forgot to mention these beautiful paintings behind me are done by my beautiful baby sister, Caitlin. I am going to link her social media down below. So if you want to purchase some paintings, please do so. She's absolutely amazing at what she does. Okay, now I love you. Bye, 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 bye. And thank you so much for existing. Bye.